can see where the Moog Foundation and Hatch really line up. Being that Moog is one of the most innovative music technicians, you know, in the history of time. And
Yeah, and we're one of a few examples of people who found Asheville to be a good place to engage their creativity.
sure.
Uh, and it's interesting working together on Hatch. You know, the Moog Foundation's been involved in a couple of ways, and this past year we made Bob Moog's archives one of the sort of three focal, or four rather, focal points of the Design and Technology Gallery.
Nice.
Which is kind of a cool thing about Hatch. You know, I go to a lot of software conferences and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, it's very rare that software is put in the context of art, at least most of the time. And so, for the design and technology discipline to even have a gallery,
Right.
it is kind of sweet. You know, usually it would have a website or something like that, and
Yeah.
we actually brought some of Bob Moog's archives in, and you know, they were of course in museum cases and that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but really inspirational stuff. And then to see other art installations, like we had Ben Mason,
Right.
who do an interactive installation of like octophonic sound and
Right. Right.
video controlled sound engagement, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And then we had an artist there, and then another one of our mentors brought all those 3D sculptures.
Right.
So it was cool to have the Moog Foundation engaged in that way. And then there's some behind the scenes stuff too that we work together on. And one of the interesting behind the scenes things is this is the second year we've done a field trip for the design and technology mentors, as well as any other mentors who want to come.
Was that the Illuminati trip?
Well, we do two of them. So
Oh,
we did
nice.
one. We do on Friday morning. We offer a tour of the Moog Music Factory,
Nice.
which is pretty cool and this very hands-on kind of thing. And Saturday morning, we offer a tour of the known universe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fun email to send out,
Like a
like
walk
Friday
tour.
morning. Right, Friday morning tour of a factory, Saturday morning tour of existence. You know, and a lot of people do both, which is kind of cool.
No doubt.
So there's a bunch of tie-ins between the Moog Foundation and Hatch that I'm really excited about what we've done, and I think there's a lot more on the horizon.